students, this is Teacher Ray, Teacher Reynaldo. I'm back, and for today's lesson, we're going to study about subtraction in vertical method and borrowing from the tens. Again, subtraction in vertical method and borrowing from the tens. Can you repeat after teacher? Subtraction in vertical method and borrowing from the tens. Very good. Okay, so the same as what we did last time, before we proceed to our proper lesson, we will do first our vocabulary, right? Okay, so don't forget to repeat after teacher. Number one. Everybody say once, once, once. Spell O-N-E-S. O-N-E-S. Once, once. Very good. Number two, tense, tense, tense. Spell T-E-N-S. T-E-N-S. Tense, tense. Number three, hundreds, hundreds, hundreds. Spell H-U-N-D-R-E-D-S. H-U-N-D-R-E-D-S. Hundreds, hundreds. Good job. Okay, here I want you to get your math book or mathematics book and open it to page 66. I repeat, get your mathematics book and open it to page 66. Okay, are you now ready? Very good. Okay, can you repeat after me? Vertical method. Again, subtraction, vertical method. Example, subtracting three-digit numbers. Again, subtracting three-digit numbers. Example, 367 minus 243. So you have to write like this, 3, 6, and 7. Minus 2, 4, 3. Or 367 minus 243. And also don't forget to write the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. And first subtract the ones. 7 minus 3 is equal to 4 ones. And subtract the tens. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2 tenths. Subtract the hundreds. 3 minus 2 is equal to 100. So our answer is 124. Answer is 124. Note or take note. First, subtract the ones, then subtract the tens, then subtract the hundreds. Okay, example. Add the following numbers, changing the ones. Number 1, 197 minus 153. 7 minus 3 is 4, and 9 minus 5 is 4, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So our answer here is 44. Number 2, 543 minus 320. 3 minus 0 is 3, and 4 minus 2 is 2, and 5 minus 3 is 2. So our answer here is 223. Number 3, 442 minus 332. 2 minus 2 is 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. and 4 minus 3 is 1. So our answer here is 110. Number 4, 568 minus 344. 8 minus 4 is 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. And 5 minus 3 is 2. And our answer is 224. Number 5, 813 minus 200. 3 minus 0 is 3. 1 minus 0 is 1. And 8 minus 2, that is 6. So our answer is 613. Number 6, 673 minus 432. 3 minus 2 is 1. 7 minus 3 is 4. And 6 minus 4 is 2. So the answer is 241. Number 7, 875 minus 652. 5 minus 2 is 3. 7 minus 5 is 2. And 8 minus 6 is 2. So the answer is 223. Number 8, 745 minus 403. 5 minus 3 is 2. 4 minus 0 is 4. And 7 minus 4 is 3. So the answer is 342. Do you understand? Good. Now, another example. Okay, can you repeat after me? Borrowing from the tens. Borrowing from the tens. Borrowing from the tens on page 67. Example, 542 minus 318. So you have to write like this, 5, 4, and 2 minus 3, 1, 8. So 542 minus 318. And don't forget also to write the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. And here first, subtract the digit from the ones. So 8 ones cannot be taken for 2 ones. Borrow 110 from the tens and add it to the ones. Okay, let's cancel the 4 becomes 3. And cancel the 2 becomes 12. And now 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 8 is 4 ones. Subtract the tens. 3 minus 1 is equal to 2 tens. Subtract the hundreds. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2 hundreds. So our answer is 224. Note, first subtract the ones, then subtract the tens, then subtract the hundreds. Good job. Okay, example. 473 minus 157. We cannot subtract 3 by 7, so we need to borrow in the tens place. Cancel 7 becomes 6, and 3 becomes 13. And 13 minus 7, that is 6. 6 minus 5, that is 1. 4 minus 1, that is 3. So the answer is 316. Number 2, 664 minus 235. We cannot subtract 4 by 5, so we need to borrow in the tens place. Cancel 6 becomes 5. 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 5, that is 9. 5 minus 3, that is 2. And 6 minus 2, that is 4. So our answer is 429. Number 3, 753 minus 409. We cannot subtract 3 by 9, so we need to borrow in the tens place. Cancel 5 becomes 4. And 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 9, that is 4. And 4 minus 0 is 4. And 7 minus 4, that is 3. So the answer is 344. Number 4, 362 minus 148. We cannot subtract 2 by 8, so we need to borrow in the tens place. 6 becomes 5, and 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 8, that is 4. And 5 minus 4, that is 1. And 3 minus 1, that is 2. So our answer is 214. Number 5, 741 minus 218. We cannot subtract 1 by 8, so we need to borrow in the tens place. Cancel 4 becomes 3, and 1 becomes 11. 11 minus 8, that is 3. And 3 minus 1, that is 2. And 7 minus 2, that is 5. And our answer is 523. Number 6. 652 minus 115. We cannot subtract 2 by 8, so we need to borrow in the tens place. 5 becomes 4, and 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 5, that is 7. 4 minus 1, that is 3. And 6 minus 1, that is 5. So our answer is 537. Number 7. 872 minus 537. We cannot subtract 2 by 7, so we need to borrow in the tens place. 7 becomes 6, and 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 7, that is 5. And 6 minus 3, that is 3. And 8 minus 5, that is 3. So our answer is 335. Number 8. 620 minus 201. We cannot subtract 0 by 1, so we need to borrow in the tens place. 2 becomes 1. 0 becomes 10, and 10 minus 1 is 9. 1 minus 0 is 1. 6 minus 2, that is 4. So our answer is 419. Okay, another example on page 68. Subtraction by borrowing. Example. 438 minus 274. Okay, you have to write again like this. 4, 3, and 8 minus 2, 7, 4, or 438 minus 274. Don't forget to write the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place as well. First, subtract the ones. 8 minus 4, that is 4. And subtract the tens. 7 tens cannot be subtracted from 3 tens. So borrow 1 tens from the hundreds and add it to the digit in the tens. Okay, so cancel 4 becomes 3. And 3 becomes 13. So 13 minus 7 is equal to 6. Subtract the hundreds. 3 minus 2, that is 1. Okay, remember 100 is equal to 10 tenths. Example number 1, 453 minus 267. We cannot subtract 3 by 7, so we need to borrow in the tens place. Cancel 5 becomes 4, 3 becomes 13, 13 minus 7, that is 6, 4 minus 6 cannot be, so we need to borrow in the hundreds place. Cancel 4 becomes 3, 4 becomes 14, 14 minus 6, that is 8, and 3 minus 2, that is 1. So our answer is 186. Number 2, 865 minus 384. 5 minus 4, that is 1. 6 minus 8 cannot be. So we need to borrow in the hundreds place. Cancel 8 becomes 7. 6 becomes 16. 16 minus 8, that is 8. And 7 minus 3 is 4. So our answer here is 481. Number 3, 654 minus 279. We cannot subtract 4 by 9, so we need to borrow in the tens place. Cancel 5 becomes 4. And 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 9, that is 5. And we cannot subtract 4 by 7, so we need to borrow in the hundreds place. Cancel 6 becomes 5, and 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 7, that's 7. 5 minus 2, that is 3. So our answer here is 375. Number 4, 841 minus 368. We cannot subtract 1 by 8, so we need to borrow. 4 becomes 3, 1 becomes 11. 11 minus 8, it is 3. And 3 minus 6 cannot be, so we need to borrow in the hundreds place. 8 becomes 7, and 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 6, that is 7. 7 minus 3, that is 4. So our answer is 473. Number 5, 437 minus 67. 7 minus 7, that is 0. 3 minus 6 cannot be, so we need to borrow in the hundreds place. Cancel 4 becomes 3, and 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 6, that is 7. And bring down 3. So our answer is 370. Number 6, 702 minus 581. 2 minus 1, that is 1. 0 minus 8 cannot be, so we need to borrow in the hundreds place. 7 becomes 6. 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 8 is equal to 2. And 6 minus 5, there is 1. So our answer is 121. Number 7, 333 minus 265. 3 minus 5 cannot be, so we need to borrow the tens place. 3 becomes 2, 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 5, that is 8. And 2 minus 6 cannot be, so we need to borrow in the hundreds place. Cancel 3 becomes 2, and 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 6, that is 6. And 2 minus 2 is 0, so our answer is 68. Number 8, 626 minus 253. 6 minus 3, that is 3. 2 minus 5 cannot be, so we need to borrow in the hundreds place. Cancel 6 becomes 5, and 2 becomes 12, and 12 minus 5, that is 7. And 5 minus 2, that is 3. So our answer is 373. Do you understand? Good job. Okay, another example. Here you need to identify ones place, tens place, and hundreds place as well. Number 1, 845 minus 377. We cannot subtract 5 by 7, so we need to borrow. Cancel 4 becomes 3. 5 becomes 15. 15 minus 7, that is 8. 3 minus 7 cannot be, so we need to borrow in hundreds place. Cancel 8 becomes 7. And 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 7, that is 6. And 7 minus 3, that is 4. So our answer here is 468. Number 2, 544 minus 197. We cannot subtract 4 by 7, so we need to borrow in the tens place. Cancel 4 becomes 3. And 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 7, that is 7. 3 minus 9 cannot be, so we need to borrow in the hundreds place. Cancel 5 becomes 4. 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 9, that is 4. And 4 minus 1, that is 3. So our answer here is 347. Number 3, 430 minus 167. 0 minus 7 cannot be, so we need to borrow. 3 becomes 2, and 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. 2 minus 6 cannot be, we need to borrow in hundreds place. Cancel 4 becomes 3, and 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 6 is 6, and 3 minus 1 is 2. So our answer is 263. Number 4, 824 minus 567. We cannot subtract 4 by 7, so we need to borrow in the tens place. 2 becomes 1, and 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 7, that's 7. 1 minus 6 cannot be, so we need to borrow in the hundreds place. Cancel 8 becomes 7. 1 becomes 11. 11 minus 6, that's 5. And 7 minus 5, that is 2. So our answer is 257. Number 5, 654 minus 577. We cannot subtract 4 by 7, so we need to borrow. Cancel 5 becomes 4. 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 7, that's 7. 4 minus 7 cannot be, we need to borrow in the hundreds place. Cancel 6 becomes 5. And 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 7, that's 7. 5 minus 5 is 0, so our answer here is 77. Number 6, 667 minus 228. We cannot subtract 7 by 8, so we need to borrow in the tens place. 6 becomes 5, and 7 becomes 17. 17 minus 8, that's 9. And 5 minus 2, that is 3. And 6 minus 2, that's 4. So our answer is 439. Number 7, 662 minus 385. We cannot subtract 2 by 5, so we need to borrow. 6 becomes 5, and 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 5, that's 7. 5 minus 8 cannot be, so we need to borrow in hundreds place. Cancel 6 becomes 5, and 5 becomes 15. 15 minus 8, that's 7. And 5 minus 3, that is 2 as well. So our answer here is 277. Number 8, 428 minus 179. 8 minus 9 cannot be, so we need to borrow. 2 becomes 1, and 8 becomes 18. 18 minus 9, that's 9. And 1 minus 7 cannot be, so we need to borrow in hundreds place. Cancel 4 becomes 3. And 1 becomes 11. 11 minus 7, that's 4. And 3 minus 1, that is 2. So our answer is 249. Number 9, 665 minus 259. We cannot subtract 5 minus 9. So we need to borrow in the tens place. Cancel 6 becomes 5. And 5 becomes 15. 15 minus 9, that's 6. And 5 minus 5 is 0. And 6 minus 2, that's 4. So our answer is 406. Okay, number 10, 555 minus 289. We cannot subtract 5 by 9. So we need to borrow in the tens place. 5 becomes 4 and 5 becomes 15. 15 minus 9, that's 6. And 4 minus 8 cannot be. We need to borrow in the hundreds place. 5 becomes 4 and 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 8, that's 6. And 4 minus 2, that is 2. So our answer is 266. Number 11, 628 minus 157. 8 minus 7, that's 1. 2 minus 5 cannot be. We need to borrow in hundreds place. Cancel 6 becomes 5. And 2 becomes 12, 7. And 5 minus 1, that's 4. So our answer here is 471. Number 12, 746 minus 266. 6 minus 6 is 0. 4 minus 6 cannot be. We need to borrow in hundreds place. Cancel 7 becomes 6 and 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 6 is 8 and 6 minus 2, that is 4. Okay, so our answer is 480. Number 13, 624 minus 256. 4 minus 6 cannot be. We need to borrow in the tens place. Cancel 2 becomes 1 and 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 6, that's 8. 1 minus 5 cannot be. We need to borrow in hundreds place. Cancel 6 becomes 5 and 1 becomes 11. 11 minus 5, that is 6. And 5 minus 2, that is 3. So our answer here is 368. Number 14, 845 minus 566. We cannot subtract 5 by 6, so we need to borrow in the tens place. Cancel 4 becomes 3 and 5 becomes 15. 15 minus 6 equals 9. 3 minus 6 cannot be, so we need to borrow in hundreds place. Cancel 8 becomes 7 and 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 6, that is 7. And 7 minus 5, that is 2. So our answer is 279. Number 15, 834 minus 276. We cannot subtract 4 by 6, so we need to borrow in the tens place. Cancel 3 becomes 2 and 4 becomes 14. And 14 minus 6, that's 8. 2 minus 7 cannot be, so we need to borrow in the hundreds place. Cancel 8 becomes 7 and 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 7, that's 5. And 7 minus 2, that is 5. So our answer is 558. Number 16, 550 minus 279. 0 minus 9 cannot be. We need to borrow in the tens place. 5 cancel becomes 4. And 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 9 is equal to 1. And 4 minus 7 cannot be. We need to borrow in the hundreds place. 5 becomes 4 and 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 7, that's 7. And 4 minus 2, that's 2. So our answer here is 271. Number 17, 732 minus 277. We cannot subtract 2 by 7, so we need to borrow in the tens place. Cancel 3 becomes 2 and 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 7, that's 5. And 2 minus 7 cannot be, so we need to borrow in the hundreds place. Cancel 7 becomes 6 and 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 7, that's 5. And 6 minus 2, that is 4. Okay, you understand? Okay, I give a lot of examples so that you can understand all of these things. Okay, let's go to our activities. Kindly open your book to page 66 and answer this exercise. Add the following numbers, changing the ones. Again, add the following numbers, changing the ones on page 66. And also this one, another exercise on page 67. And another exercise on page 68. And another exercise on page 69. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.